everybody. Welcome to the untapped money potential of the rental market. My name is Kimberly Mingo, and I'll be your presenter today. I'm a senior client success manager with RentSpree, and in today's session, we're going to discuss about the benefits of incorporating rentals into your business to help grow your business. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that when I'm talking about rentals in this video, I am not encouraging you to go into property management. Surely you all have a wonderful property management team who can help your landlords manage their properties. What I'm talking about is you as a realtor being able to provide additional marketing services to your investor clients where you can help them find a vetted tenant to fulfill any of those vacancies that may arise. Also, in another vein, to work with renters, because a lot of times you may get referrals from your trusted clients who might have a friend or a family member who need temporary housing. So that's what we're discussing today, is the need to incorporate rental listings to help you build your business. So I'm actually going to start off with a quick quote from Steve Murray. And some of you may know Steve Murray. He's the founder of Real Trends, and they are a great publication within the real estate space. And Steve's quote says that the home ownership rate in the United States is estimated between 63 to 64% of all households, which is a rather high percentage. And if we do the math on that, this of course means that 36 to 37% of all households are renters. So a huge opportunity for agents to be a part of that. So we're going to have this divided into several different sections. Our first section is talking about rentals and why you as a real estate professional need to not overlook the benefits of rentals in your business. So why are rentals actually worth your time? And as you know, many agents may actually view the rental market with a lot of frustrations. They view it as not worth their time because the payout is actually very small as far as the dollars go. But if you continue to adopt this mindset, it does cause you to miss a lot of great opportunities that you can turn to your benefit. So missed opportunity number one, commissions. The dollar value, right? So did you know that NAR has a statistic out there that says 50% of all new agents leave the business within the first 5 years of their licensure. And the number one reason for that is actually the lack of commissions. They're not making enough money to actually support their life. And 44 million properties in the US are rental markets. And the estimated average annual rental commission potential, and this is if you take into account the total number of rental listings that are out there, the average amount of rents in your local market, and the commission percentage that you can incorporate into that, it totals $30 billion. So that is a huge chunk of money. Even if you get a small slice of that, I think it will really be worth your time and effort in incorporating that. You'll also earn consistent money from rentals, which you can then utilize during those down periods. So a lot of times, we're not going to be in the highs of the buyers and the sellers all the time, especially as your interest rates start to climb. Your buyers are going to start halting their home buying journey. So it's a faster path to getting commissions compared to the traditional selling process as well. Rentals, you can easily close a rental in a matter of a couple of days, maybe a week or two. If you find the right tenant for the right landlord, everything can be squared away, and within a couple of days, you'll get that commission check. And so if we want to think about the earning potential involved in rentals. Now, missed opportunity number two is the demand for rentals. 36 to 37% of all households are renters. Remember that quote that we had earlier? And millennials are the largest adult renter group in the US. So who are millennials? Millennials are those who are in their mid-20s to mid-30s. They are a huge group. And if we think about who they are, why they choose the lifestyle that they choose, there's a lot of interesting things about millennials. I have nieces who are millennials, and one of the biggest things that they say is they don't want the responsibility of owning their own home. Obviously, there's a lot of maintenance involved. They like almost like a turnkey lifestyle in order to go visit friends and family, travel the world. And with the ability to work remotely, a lot of millennials are taking the advantage of that and, maybe living in different areas for a short period of time just to experience the culture around them. So they're a little bit different than the older generation. So they are also going to be most likely your first-time home buyers when it comes time for them to settle down. So these millennials. 26% of is the percentage of first-time home buyers according to NAR, and a lot of these are going to be made up of the millennial groups. So keeping in mind working with renters translates to working with millennials who will eventually become buyers down the road. And really the rental market is extremely competitive, especially in a lot of areas. In our area, I see a lot of families looking to go into certain neighborhoods because of the schools or what have you. And it's very scarce to find a rental that will suit their family situation if they have a lot of family in that household or close to a place that they need to be close to, work or what have you. Once we go into Washington, D.C., we may also see a lot of demand in that area as well because it's very vibrant lifestyle to be in the city. So many renters are now turning to agents to help them in that rental search because it's very difficult for them to try to track down those individual rental properties on their own. And you all as real estate professionals do have access to the MLS, which is a huge source for you to gather information on various rental listings that are out there. Not to mention that your savvy networking skills are going to allow you to kind of network with other agents who may be representing sellers or landlords who may have a rental as well. So that is something to consider. Missed opportunity number 3, costly oversight. This is what we talked about earlier. We alluded to that those renters will eventually turn into your future buyers. So forward-thinking real estate agents are going to make an effort to stay involved and to nurture their renters and their landlords, if that's the case for you. But I think ultimately working with renters can really benefit you in the long run because if you stay on top of the nurturing game, you're going to be top of mind for them when it comes time for them to go into that elusive home buyer's journey. You can help guide them through that process. The other thing I want you to consider is really the ability for you to receive referrals. For those of you who actually track the ROI on all of your clients, this is going to be very insightful because you can see perhaps there's going to be a renter that you had helped who may actually refer a family or friend to you for whatever journey that family or friend is encountering, whether it's another rental or a home buyer's journey. The key here is to nurture them just like you would any other client, because not only will you see the return in dollars, but you're also going to see the return in referrals, in future business, and so on. And if you don't make the effort now, your one-time renter client may actually attach themselves to another agent in the future when it's time for them to buy. And this is very important because I know a lot of agents, especially if you're working with renters, you think it's a one and done, I'm done with them, but you can't do that. You have to think of them like you would any other client and continue to nurture that relationship with them. So Michael Lucarelli is our fearless CEO at RentSpree, and Michael is wonderful. He provides a lot of great insights on the real estate market. And this is a quote that he gave us: "The rental market is booming today for the foreseeable future. That is especially true with the rising interest environment we are currently in, which makes it extra challenging for many to buy a home. It's a seriously missed opportunity if agents avoid assisting renters who could become clients for life." So I think that's really the key here, clients for life. The clients for life are great because you will maintain that relationship with them. They will see you as a real estate professional, and they will go to you for any housing or real estate related question, okay? So you want to establish that relationship with those clients. All right, now we're gonna step into our next section, common misconceptions about working in the rental market. So this is actually very important because, again, I want you to kind of overcome those myths that you may be thinking about rentals. rentals are time consuming. I really don't have time to work with a renter. They just drag me all over the place and I only get paid $100, right? We got to think beyond that. So nowadays, we need to look to technology to the rescue. And this is not just in rentals. I think technology is going to help us in all aspects of our life, whether it's in the professional side or in our personal side. If we look at technology as a tool that enhances rather than something that replaces, right? I think that's really the way that you need to look at technology. So if you look at various real estate technology out there, you can see how the different products can enhance your business, provide more efficiency for yourself, your clients, and so on. With RentSpree, our key technology here is pulling the entire rental process online. So this is where I remember when I first started in real estate about 20 years ago, I did work with a lot of renters, and it was very manual. We had a paper form that we had to have with us whenever we were showing properties, and if they were interested, great, they got a copy of the paper application. You could told them where to fill out the information, and then at that time we did have scanning technology, so they could scan it and email it to us, which in itself presents a liability because now you're holding on to all of their personal information and it's floating around there in your email. But they could also deliver it to you by hand along with a check, right? So for some of you, you may remember those days. Well, now with RentSpree, everything is online. You provide them with a link, they fill out everything, they pay whatever application fee might be applicable, and then lo and behold, you get a full PDF report back from the system with that applicant's information, background check, history, and all that good stuff. So this is where employing technology can really enhance your ability to work better and more efficiently with your landlord clients and even with your renter clients. Misconception number 2, agents have to endure feast or famine, right? So you're either doing great in the wonderful market or you're just starving, right? So if you incorporate rental transactions into your business flow, just like you would any other aspect of real estate, and establish yourself as a real estate expert, that will guarantee you a steady income. So when things are slow with your buyers, especially going into the winter months, not much is happening, you can actually put out some great social campaigns on, housing in your area, which can also include rental stats and so on. And again, just kind of build that that level of expertise to create credibility and trust with consumers out there. So if you incorporate those rental transactions into your regular business book of business, then you're going to be seeing the steady income during the times of a famine. Misconception number 3. There aren't good rental tools out there. I've tried them before and they're always clunky or what have you. Well, if you look to your broker actually has partnered with RentSpree to bring you this technology to help you with the rental transaction. Your broker also has vetted a lot of technology out there, so you don't actually have to go out there and research. Not just RentSpree, I'm talking about other tools that may help you build efficiency into your business workflow. They may offer you CRM tools that can help you manage your clients. They may offer you different types of marketing tools that will allow you to create really fancy collateral, social media tools. There are lots and lots of things out there. And for those of you who go to your local association's conferences, they usually have a ton of vendors out there and they present you with all sorts of technology. You can be sure that your broker has gone through and vetted these technology vendors for you, or you can certainly go out and explore on your own, but make sure that you're looking at technology to assist. All right, our last misconception here, misconception number 4, working with rentals never provides an ROI, right? And I've talked about this earlier. If you nurture your rental clients like you do your buyer clients, your seller clients, they are going to lead to future business. I guarantee you. I've had a number of agents, new agents especially, who I've worked with over the past 20 years, and they have said, they always started with rentals because that was how they learned the ropes of real estate. That's what their broker recommended. It provided them a need to go into the MLS, and that's how they learned how to search the MLS. They learned how to set up showings. They learned how to talk to a client. They learned how to walk them through the property and so on. And if you build that great relationship with that renter client and keep yourself top of mind with them, they will eventually come back to using you. Here's another number that NAR has put out there. 86% of buyers will actually work with the previous agent that they worked with prior. Now, if you think about that, they're only going to work with you if they remember who you are, right? So this is where, don't think of rentals as a one and done deal. You want to think of it as another source to nurture and provide additional pipeline for your business, right? To wrap up what I've just covered, I want you all to think about seizing the moment and helping a renter. And this is actually very important that I want to convey to agents, because a renter is another consumer looking for safe housing. You are in the business of providing safe housing to people, whether it's in a permanent situation or a temporary situation. In our market here in the DC area, we have a lot of transient people moving in and out for business, for work, for family, whatever the reasons may be. We have a lot of people moving in and out. So if you take advantage of that, remember that the estimated average annual rental commission potential in the US, as I mentioned earlier, totals $30 billion. And that's, of course, taking into account that number of rentals, the average rent in your area, and the commissions. You can save time by looking to property technology, PropTech, to help provide a solution for you, provide efficiencies in the workflow for yourself and for your clients. PropTech solutions like RentSpree can really help you, the agent, move beyond that whole feast and famine experience that we talked about earlier, and provide you with a steady commission income when you incorporate working with rental transactions into your real estate business. Now, everything that I presented to you is actually gleaned from a white paper that we conducted with RealTrends. Feel free to scan this QR code. It does take you to our full paper. You can read everything in detail. I've given you the highlights, but it does help you understand the untapped money potential of working with rentals. So I'll leave that up for another few seconds here. Scan that with your smartphone, and you should have that bookmarked as a read later option on your phone. All right. So at this moment, I'm going to switch gears, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about who we are, what we do, and how we can provide you with an efficient workflow for working with rental transactions. So why should you choose RentSpree? Well, RentSpree provides overall a better consumer experience. Our tool is very easy to use. We have it available for agents to work easily with their landlord clients, for agents to work with their renter clients. We also provide a tool for your landlords if they are the DIY type of landlord who kind of want to do their own management of screenings and so on. Again, it's not, I don't see it as a negative thing to provide this tool to a landlord, because, again, you're establishing yourself as a resource for them. So perhaps you sell them an investment property, they turn around and say, okay, well, what do I do now? If they're the type of person who wants to do it themselves, you can say, well, my company offers a great tool. It's called RentSpree. This is where you're going to go get it, and just kind of walk them through a little bit. They can do it themselves. Or you can step up and say, hey, you know what? I'd be happy to market this property for you, and we can find you a really good tenant to fit, okay? It does solve that historical problematic issues that we talked about the manual process of working with rentals, the paper applications, the checks, and so on. Believe it or not, across the country, we do still have pockets where even property management companies are going old school. they love their paper and they love their checks and so on. And this actually brings the entire real estate industry up to another level, which is where we all need to be in the technology side of things. RentSpree also saves you time and it provides additional security. So all of our applications are online. The screening process is done online. You yourself as the property representative never even touch the renter's personal identification information. You never see their social, you never see any of that stuff. The renter, will actually be provided with an apply link, and then the renter, will actually type in their information through our secured system. The renter will also pay an application fee. Once they submit, the entire packet gets returned to you via email, which actually bounces you back into the RentSpree account that you have. And then if you wish to share that report with your landlord, there is a safe share option that's integrated into the system as well. So that does minimize the liability involved in working with the rental side. And lastly here, we want to reduce the risk of discriminatory practices. If you have a streamlined process, that means you're going to put everybody through that process. Everyone's going to be treated fairly, and you're going to provide an opportunity for everybody. So one other thing that we have built in there is an accept and deny feature, where it actually, you can go in and say, okay, the applicant number one, you were accepted. Here's a quick message about it. I'll follow up with a lease. If they get declined, then there are FCRA compliant reasons for the denial. So FCRA is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and they state that you can only deny applicants based on certain criteria. So we actually provide you with a list of the compliant criteria in the denial process so you can stay compliant with FCRA. All right, this is everything that RentSpree provides you. It's an all-in-one rental platform. We provide you with marketing features and functionality in the form of agent profiles, listing pages. There's also a rent estimate report, which is an optional report that you can provide for your landlord. It gives them an idea of how much their property is worth per rent. And that is an additional report that you could purchase if you wish. But we do provide you with the listing profile, the agent profile, along with all of the screening stuff that I mentioned earlier, the online application and so forth, the safe share component for sharing these reports with your landlord clients. We also provide you with that accept and deny process. There's an integrated electronic signature. And then at the tail end of a rental transaction, remember I said the importance of nurturing your rental clients. All of the applicants get funneled into our client manager. So you can keep track of who they are. You'll get their contact information. If they are accepted applicants who become tenants, then you also have the date of move-in and so forth, so that you can stay on top of reconnecting with them. So this is what RentSpree will offer for you. Now, the nice thing is that RentSpree is a free platform. So in order to claim it, if you haven't already done so, you can go to my URL that I've got here on the screen. You can also whip out your smartphone and you can scan this QR code, and then you can claim your free RentSpree account. Now, we also have RentSpree integrated into your Samsung dashboard, so you can feel free to click through from there and claim your account as well. Another component of RentSpree that I just want to quickly talk about, so all the screening options and everything that I mentioned is free. There is a pro option for those of you who might need a more enhanced package. This one is available for $19.99 per month. You pay on a monthly basis. There's a 30-day free trial of it. So what you get, in addition to everything in the free package, you'll also get to claim any reviews that come through for yourself. You can attach it to your agent profile and advertise yourself along with those reviews online. You can customize your URL to your profile to make it more consistent with your branding. You'll get integrated electronic signature feature. The secure file sharing is where you can request documents for verification purposes from the tenant, and then they can upload it in a secured environment. We do auto reference checks for you, and then if you need any help during using our system, you get to jump the queue with our support center. So basically there's a priority support for those who are pro users. So again, there's a 30-day free trial. You can check it out. You can use it for as many rental listings as you need. If you decide to keep it, it's $19.99 per month. There's no annual contract. Keep it for the months you're going to use it, and then cancel if you need to for the months that you're not going to use it. All right, it's very easy, but it does provide you with a more enhanced experience. All right, so a little bit about our ratings online. And so if you go to Google, Trustpilot, any of those places to check on our ratings, we do have very high marks from our users. So it is a very trusted system that's out there. And these are users, applicants, renters, landlords, property managers, agents. Everybody who's utilizing our system has consistently given us very high marks. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. My name is Kimberly Mingo. Again, I'm the Senior Client Success Manager with RentSpree. My email is kimberlym@rentspree.com. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you joining today.